Hello everybody and welcome to another DST tutorial centered around one of its many bosses. This time we're going from fire to ice as we discuss various methods of taking down the winter giant Deerclops. Let's get going. At the start, a spear is good and all, but if you're looking to face down one of the giants within the game, 34 damage per hit won't do you any good. If you want an upgrade, we gotta head out and hunt some pigs. Pig located, go ahead and feed it 4 pieces of monster meat, turning it into what is known as a were-pig. Smack it across the head, and fight it using the kiting pattern of baiting out its swing, then getting 2 of your own. Why a were-pig, you ask? Well, were-pigs drop a guaranteed loot of 2 meat and a pig butt, all the ingredients needed for our weapon upgrade. Back at an alchemy engine, head into the fight tab and nab yourself a hambat with no durability and dealing 59.5 damage. You'll be hitting people with their meat all day long, and what can be better than that? But we can do better. Get what you need for a shadow manipulator, as well as the materials for dark swords, a weapon that deals 68 damage. It's one of the best late game weapons around, but note that you will lose sanity while holding it, but trust me, it's worth it. The method shown in this video may not have the player going mano-a-mano with Cloppsie, but when around any boss, best to be safe and get some healing. Head to your crockpots and place 1 meat item, an egg, a veggie, and a filler inside, netting you some fancy pierogies for your healing needs. Grab a couple, as you will be needing them. Side note, since Clops is one of the worst sanity drains in the game, jerky can be nice to have. Plus, big jerky ain't so bad if you need healing too. But there's always my favorite, dragon fruit. Get to farming, boys. Farming ain't it though. Make sure to put a dragon fruit and 3 twigs into a pot for some dragon fruit pies. Another great healing item. But Beard, Clops doesn't come till the end of winter. Yes, I know. I'm just showing what people can do to prepare for his arrival. But yes, you should do all this closer to winter when you're playing for real. That being said, we do have a lot of time before the party starts, so I'll see ya come snowfall. Hold up, Hotshot. There is something we can do early enough for one of our Clops killing methods, and it involves Sentient Trees. For those unaware, our tree guardian friends are able to be pacified by the player by planting pine cones within close proximity of said guardians. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2, but just plant until they become normal again. Now, remember where on the map you did this, as after a day the trees will get up and walk around, but still remain non-hostile to the player. We will be bringing Clops here later. Now my Clops didn't spawn, which he has a tendency to do nowadays. But if he was to, you don't want to be in your base. You will hear breathing to indicate his arrival, and your characters will react. When this happens, quickly grab what you need and skedaddle. Clops loves breaking structures and spawns proximately close to the player, so be mindful of that. With Clops now in play, anyone remember where we parked those tree guardians? When you get to them, have Clops hit them with an ice attack, or have him knock a tree down. Either way, once one hits the other, your job is done, and you can just sit back and enjoy without even lifting a finger. With every attack dealing 150 damage each, the guardians won't have any issue killing the one-eyed giant. Especially if the rest of the family rolls up. Clops won't even know what hit him, as there can be as much as 900 damage being dealt to him at one time. Deerclops won't be messing with Mother Nature ever again, that's for sure. Another method sees us bringing Clops to the Tall Bird Fortress set piece for some long-legged, birded action. Get Clops to ice one or two of them, and many of the closest ones will go to aid their soon-to-be lunch comrades. There may be a lot of birds around, but due to his icing mechanic, Clops easily wins these fights. In fact, you're in more danger than Clops. Clops is also great for clearing the many rock formations within the fortress too, netting you a lot of resources for your personal use. But also giving you the opportunity to construct the best and most efficient farm in the game. Beard already made a tutorial on the fortress farm, and you can watch it by clicking the link in the top right corner of the video player. Enjoy. You can also bring Clops to the swamp and have the tentacles take care of him. Or better yet, kill two birds with one stone and use them to help clear the tentacles from the re-trap set piece. If you have one, that is. Clops will get in over his head and get himself killed eventually, leaving you with a sea of potential food, some tentacle spots, and a number of tentacle spikes as well. A not half bad weapon. Good Cloppsie, good boy. You could use Beefalo, but I highly suggest you don't. Sure, there are a lot of them, but with Clops' ability to freeze targets, you'll soon realize that he will just be freezing all the beefs, leaving him the only one attacking, and your beefs sitting helpless as beefsicles as they pass to the great beef pastures in the beyond. Seriously though, if he kills all of the herd, you're screwed. Pigs can help, but these little guys stand zero chance of doing much in the category that doesn't involve dying. Unless you have a pig doing his best Rocky impression and actually holding his own in the ring. But keep in mind, that Rocky really only won like one fight, so sorry, piggy. Hounds can help too. In fact, leaving Clops near hound mounds can have it where Clops wants to destroy the structures, but the hounds just keep spawning to annoy him. They won't do much, but if you really struggle with finishing Clops, a little damage can go a long way for you. And of course, you can always just smack him yourself, with a kiting pattern of baiting out his ice to getting 3 to 4 hits of your own. Clops is relatively easy when it comes to the bosses within Don't Starve Together. However, note that he has a negative sanity aura drain of minus 200 per minute, so the difficulty really comes from the sanity loss. So, try to have some jerky, cooked green caps, aka mushrooms, or a tam o'shanter at the ready if you struggle with nightmares. Plus, since you want the fight to end as quickly as possible, remember to use those weapon upgrades we discussed earlier, as well as armoring up. When it comes to kiting, if you have a walking cane, use it, as it makes life easier. But know that you don't actually need it to kite Clops. If you're lagging, or playing during the Blasted Gorge event that bloody ruined all surfers, get 3 hits. If you're confident, get 4 with a dark sword or a handbat. And eventually, the one-eyed giant will fall to your blade, netting you some loot. And with those mushrooms and jerky I mentioned earlier, we can come out of being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs quickly. Now, let's discuss the loot, shall we? Ah, what do you know? The real Clops decided to arrive after the rollback. Hear that breathing? This will only take a second. Excuse me. Back home with loot in hand, head into the dress tab and make the eye-brella using Cloppsie's eye, twigs, and some bone shards. The eye-brella gives you full protection from wetness, keeps you cool during summer season, and you won't get struck by lightning ever again. Well, at least you just won't get hurt by it, that is. That figure sketch can be put into the potter's wheel, nabbing you a new recipe under the sculptures tab. The sculpture will require use of the valuable eye, so make notes. But it's a good thing the real Clops decided to pay me a visit then. So there you have it, folks, a guide on various methods of dealing with the wintry giant, Deerclops. Hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.